All right, everybody, we have our next runner set up and ready to go. So we're going to close out our cute animals block with Mrs. Cat Between Worlds, all collectibles by Stevetvonline. Steve, it's all you and the cat.
This game is like brand new. This came out in January of this year, and I'm the only runner of this game. So I am joined here with Costiller Aphid.
Please change it so that more people join Smilers.
And yeah, so I'm gonna this is all collectibles, and all collectibles I would be going between both Mrs. Cat and Mars and Mrs. Cat and Neptune. This is a very straightforward game. Please, more people join. That's why I want to show this off. So the timing isn't going to start right away. We actually have to go in and we have to start all this, but thank you everyone for donating to get our all collectibles incentive met. And so the timing, not right now, but the timing will start the second that I hit level 0 here. So if everybody's ready to start it, I can do the countdown. And the time will start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, I don't really know the story. All I know is that the game starts out with Mrs. Cat in a spaceship, and then she lands on Mars. So,
didn't you read the manual?
No, I did not.
Dang.
So, the gimmick of this Mrs. Cat on Mars is that you can the obstacles that could kill you are actually invisible, and the first collectible is actually right up here. If we run all the way up here, we're gonna collect that
crystal of fire.
Yeah, don't exactly know what they are, but I'm also going to say, now that I talk about killing and deaths, I'm going to put 50 cents towards every death that I do, because I know I will die. That's why I'm not putting it a little bit more up. Sorry. But if you would like to, if you would like to follow along with that, then go for it.
Anywho, so as you can notice, these side collectibles, whatever you want to call them, they're not in every level. They're only just in a couple, but thankfully, they're always on site.
Yeah, you can always see them on the screen. It's just a matter of being able to get to them in a safe route without dying. There we go.
But Steve, I hear chat saying, you didn't collect those little vials of something. Aren't those collectibles?
Those are not collectibles. Those vials are actually to be able to make the invisible things visible once again. So,
very, very useful when you play this game casually.
Yes, very useful. Fortunately for me, I know where most of the invisible things are going to be. I'm also going to be running into
he's collecting the vials.
Okay, that was lucky. I didn't know.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna die there, honestly.
That was so lucky.
Really close.
Okay, so this is one of the ones that is like super simple. Oh, there it is. First death. Okay.
Woo!
So, oops. Wow. Okay. Oops. So if somebody wants to keep track of all my deaths in chat, or you can, Happy, it's up to you.
So you know I've already got a 1 in chat.
We have
making sure I wait until it happens on screen.
I was gonna say we should have a 3 in chat. And almost a 4 there. I don't know how I survived that either. So now we're going on to another fun gimmick of this level, which happens to be these these little portals, they just teleport you forward to the next one once you run into them.
They look like balls of yarn.
I'll buy it. Seems like good theming.
I mean, you're playing as a cat, and we love cats, so...
That was close. Please. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Dang.
There we go. I'm lucky that those weren't down there. So, I have a question for you, Happy, also. I heard that you've also played this game a little bit casually.
I have. I have only played Mars, though. I got the Steam version that only has Mars. I haven't played Neptune yet. No, whatever mechanics are in Neptune will be completely new to me.
Yeah, Neptune is... I'm actually much better at Neptune. When we get there, I'll kind of explain it a little bit, but I'm much better at Neptune. Ooh, that was close.
Maybe you should get Neptune and then just try to beat Steve Smilers.
Fair.
Yeah, because honestly, the way that this plays, like, you would be able to play it the same way that I do, because you actually, once you're done with the first level, once you get into the first, I'm gonna spoil it, Mrs. Cat finally ends up getting to the rocket ship at the very end of this, and you would, oh crap, and you would be able to...
Oh, how could you spoil it?
And you can't just pause the game to go to the next one, you actually have to just completely exit out of the game in order to do it. So, even if you get them separately, you would still be doing it the same way that I would be doing it. Alright.
I mean, wouldn't the only way to actually do it... I mean, wouldn't technically be the fastest way to do it to just get in two different consoles and just, you know, to avoid that switch?
Oh.
I thought that one was gonna get you.
That one is really one of my harder levels, so I'm glad that I got past it first try. Alright, so... You would think that some of those spikes, or some of those, like, falling things would be the hardest mechanic of this game. You would be completely wrong. For some reason, I am terrible at these moving blocks. So if you see me take a lot more time on these than anything else in the game, it's because I'm really bad at them. This is where I freak out the most when I'm playing this game.
I know how to figure it out. How good are you at Crash Bandicoot, Steve?
I don't know. I haven't played it since I was very young.
Okay. So we cannot make up an equation then.
Okay, so that level I was practicing before my run here. I found out that that last level that I last level that I just did, it's much easier to go from the back route than the front route. There we go, and then we have to watch out for this.
This was the first map in my casual playthrough where I started just dying over and over. This map is so deceptively hard.
Yeah, this whole game is deceptively hard, honestly. Like, come on.
Oh no. Don't we love such difficult, hard games for no reason, like Celeste, Cuphead, Kaizo games?
There we go. Now we're safe. We got it.
Like, when are they gonna untask everything?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Ooh, that was close. Good job.
And we are getting on. So we go from a deceptively very hard section to actually some of the easier levels, because the only thing for these levels is that you have to dodge all of these little bullets that are always coming at you, and I just fell down. Come on.
They just home in as slowly as possible. They're not a threat.
Not so bad now.
They're not
Okay.
bad until they are.
Yeah. And that will be coming up in, is it this level? Yeah, this level. This is when they are a problem. Oh, okay, I made it. So now we have the slow following cats. I have to wait just a second so I can jump over that kitty cat. Cats aren't usually bad, but this cat, well, these following cats are most definitely a pain in the butt. Come on. Sometimes
Wow.
Mrs. Cat just does not want to jump for you, no matter how hard you try.
Imagine a cat game where the cats are not in your favor. I cannot believe it.
Oops.
Like I thought they like being with each other and cuddle.
Alright, so this is actually the most troubling part for the cat, because as long as you don't make it... Alright, so that is Mrs. Cat and Mars. Now we're just going to completely... Oops.
All right, 15 deaths in Mars.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Now we're going to go back into Mrs. Cat.
Mars conquered. See you in 2,000
And
years
we are
when
gonna-
we humans arrive to Neptune.
We are going to go into Mrs. Cat in Neptune, which is actually my better of the games. So this is going to be brand new for Happy to see here. We're going to go into level 0 here, and Mrs. Cat has now escaped to Mars, but has now gone on to Neptune and kind of crash landed on Neptune as well. She's not very safe when it comes to flying.
Not very good pilot.
So the gimmick of this is, it might look a little bit interesting. It might look a little bit the same as some popular game. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of it before. It's a little game.
You can climb the walls and you can dash. I've never seen a platformer do that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, this seems to be a really novel concept.
So
Can you only dash straight horizontal?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
It'd be. Wait, does Mrs. Cat is Mrs. Cat able to hyperdash underwater?
We don't have any water levels in this, unfortunately. So my record for Neptune here is actually 3 deaths total throughout the entire world. So let's see if I can beat that. But I'm also collecting the collectibles, so...
I believe in the dream.
Oops.
Well, what the...
I hit the wrong button. Oh no, Mrs. Cat! Oh!
You were at the end, though.
There we go.
Heartbreaking.
There we go.
But yeah, if you cannot hyperdash underwater in this game, then yeah, it's not taking mechanics from any sort of other game.
That's true.
The thing is...
It is interesting to make it only a horizontal dash. That definitely...
The thing is, I'm not good at Celeste. That's the interesting thing. This game I'm actually pretty decent at.
No one's good at Celeste.
What is this game that you call the Celeste?
So, these look very intimidating. The best way to do it is either if it's all the way down or all the way up. The double, you want to wait until it's all the way up. And for the single, you want to make sure that it's all the way down. There we go. These are some of my favorite levels, like the ones where you have to just, like, with all those fast-moving stuff, are actually some of my favorite levels. There we go. Alright. First trick of the game, right there. I don't actually know how to do that casually, and I'm not sure if that's how they want you to do it casually or not. But that's the only way I know how to get past that section of the game.
Well, if you figured it out and you're the only runner, then it means that this is the legal way.
Yeah.
Yeah, means it's optimal.
Alright, so this is the only screen basically in the entire game where there's no tricks to it, no way to speed it up whatsoever. You just have to wait.
Technically, there is a trick. You just do cycling.
Oh god, Mrs. Cat.
Oof, dang.
Ma'am, please.
Alright, this is well, I was gonna say this is the scariest trick, but... Oh my gosh. What is she doing? Mrs. Cat! This is not the part I'm supposed to be dying at. This very beginning part is not where I'm supposed to be dying.
Wait, maybe she wants a little bit of milk. Like, we could give her some milk after the run is done, right?
Alright, so this is a fun little area. Oh, well, I was off cycle, so I wasn't used to it. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just raising money for dogs, that's it.
Yeah.
It's
Completely
throwing for the dogs.
Being off cycle from this is throwing me way off. There
Chat
we go.
is literally just me.
Oh my gosh! No way did I miss that!
No.
No way did I miss that. I've never died on this level this much before, ever.
You've officially surpassed your deaths in Mars.
Hooray! Kind of. So
What do you mean,
much.
kind
money.
of?
There we
Lost
go.
me.
We are good now.
Nice. Like it's a full hooray. Technically.
There we go. All right.
No! Crime, you interrupted my streak. I was one message away from the entire chat just being me when Crime said something.
Would you?
You monster.
Alright, this is one of my favorite levels in the game because I actually found a trick. Instead of waiting for that platform, you can actually just get that very small platform and dash for it and make it.
Interesting.
Cool. So, if you didn't think it was like Celeste enough, they also decided to add in these as well.
Ah, so now we have dash resets?
Yes.
Perfect.
Wow, imagine copying from a game. Would never happen in the video game industry.
Yeah. Everything is original.
Oh, this is one of the
TM.
worst... One of the worst collectibles to get. There we go.
Yeah, that doesn't look fun.
Alright. Should be good now. There we go. Wait for that to go up. Then we're going to...
Oh, my. that was close.
Yep, it looks
Like
very
you
close, but
lost
that's...
a little bit of height.
Yeah, that's why you want to make sure that that is up at that point. Or down, yeah, up.
Okay.
Whatever I said. One of the worst screens in the entire game, right here.
Whichever one I said that was correct, that one.
Please, Mrs. Cat. There we go. That's about average for that screen. So I don't know how I did it on my, like, almost deathless run. Oh! I had it, too.
Dang.
I believe that was our 40th.
41st.
Or no, that was
death.
41st. Yeah, that was
Now
41st.
42?
Money for dogs. Money for dogs.
Keep them coming, smilers.
It's all about money.
You've got to be kidding me.
For dogs.
I just... Oh my gosh. This is usually... there we go, an easy screen for me. Now we get into another gimmick here. So you can dash all the way underneath that. This screen you would think would be a little bit harder, but you can just walk constantly. Now comes probably the most annoying most annoying collectible to get in the entire game. I have to wait just a tad bit.
Collectible.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Wow, good dodging. But yeah, levels are technically collectibles now.
Oh,
It's
No,
official.
the collectible up above. Normally you can line that up in the middle of that without having to worry about that. But since you have to get the collectible, you have to go up there and then you kind of get off cycle. So you have to just get lucky, basically.
Fair. Anywho, so these boxes, the ones that don't have an X, they disappear instantly. But the ones with an X, they turn into spikes. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This wall, Mrs. Cat does not like this wall for some reason, and she just does not like to jump off of it almost all the time. There we go.
chat has caught up to 50 deaths.
Yes, it is at 50.
Alright, so this is a very simple level. You can just fall down here and dash. Should be good. No. She doesn't like to...
Should be good.
Man.
It is not.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright, we're almost done. Time is coming up. I need to get the last collectible, jump into here, and time.
Woo!
So, it looks like 55 deaths?
54 deaths.
I have 55 so far. I'm watching to make sure you don't die again before you get in the rocket. Yeah, 55.
55 deaths. But anyway, I am super happy to have shown off Mrs. Cat Between Worlds. This is a very fun speedrun if you know how to do it. It can be quite annoying if Mrs. Cat doesn't like to jump when you tell her to, but it's just a lot of memorization and knowing how to get through each one of the levels. Yeah, I hope that other people really enjoyed watching the game, and it's very cheap. Even though it's a new game, it's like $3, $3 to $5 at any given point. So, I'm happy to show it off, and I hope more people liked it, that they would want to run it. You can catch me...
I think I'll buy it.
Yeah. It's on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and then Mrs. Cat in Mars is on the PC. I'm not sure if Neptune is on there or not.
Right.
But yeah, I will be back on Friday for a co-op bingo with Echo Tree playing Disneyland Adventures. So if you enjoyed my me running, you can catch me then as well.
Very, very excited for it. Aphid, if people want to find you, do you stream anywhere?
Yes, I do stream on Twitch.
We both stream on Twitch, Stevetvonline, and all socials anywhere in YouTube is Stevetvonline. You can just find me on anything.
Yep. And obviously Steve is the better one, Smilers.
Well, rad. Thank you both so much for hanging out. That was a ton of fun. That game is super, super fun.
It is fun.
Very
I hope
cute.
the chat had fun.
Yeah.
And don't forget to raise money for doggos.
Oh, and don't forget to donate your $27.50.
27 and 1/2 doll hairs. All right, and in the meantime, we're gonna kick it back to more of the dulcet tones of OC Remix, and sadly, the last of the slightly less dulcet tones of me, because this is the end of my block this morning. Thanks for waking up early with me, y'all. Thanks for hanging out for a couple hours. It was a ton of fun. I am going to leave you in the extremely talented and capable hands of our next host as soon as they get up on in here. But in the meantime, I do want to give you just one last reminder, because it's my favorite. There are lots of incentives still open for naming characters in Final Fantasy VIII. Get some donations in for those. We do already have a leader for naming Griever Griever is the ring that Squall wears, but it's also like kind of a family crest thing, but it's also a boss at the end, and it's also like a symbol of I like the game, but I won't claim the game makes that much sense, okay? But it is cool that we get to name a boss, right? How often in a speedrun do you get to pick the name of the boss? And you can do that if you donate to name Griever. Right now, Good Dog is winning at $20, but that could change. It's anybody's game. The other three options, we can name our main character, the best looking guy in the room with the most personality of any protagonist, Squall. We can name Renoa, the scrappy teammate, or we can name Renoa's dog, Angelo, that she uses as a weapon. Again, not claiming the game makes a lot of sense, but it is a lot of fun. All of those names are still totally open. Just make sure you put the name you want in your donation comment so that the team can get it properly set up, and make sure your donation goes where you want it to be. Chat saying dog cannon, which sounds like an absurd, ridiculous thing, but is in fact just the mechanic in the game. We love dog cannon. All right, everybody. Sadly, my time with you has come to an end, but fret not. I'm going to be working on the back end for basically the whole event, and I'm back on the host mic tomorrow, so you don't get to miss me for too long. I'll be hanging out in chat and hanging out on the mic again. And in the meantime, I'm leaving you in the extremely capable hands of my other favorite Happy Bear. That's you.
That's me.
I was afraid Discord broke again. Oh, I was so scared.
No, Discord didn't break. Hi, everyone. It's me, Happy Bear. And I am so pumped to be with you for No Glitches Allowed 10. Now, this is a propitious omen, in my opinion, because my favorite Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy X. You may or may not think that's controversial. Just wait until No Glitches Allowed 15 when I tell you that Final Fantasy 15 is my second favorite Final Fantasy. Alright everyone, well, we've got a packed lineup of speedruns for you today. And why are we doing all this? Well, we're doing it for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. No Glitches Allowed 10 is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Norfolk, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. I used to live in Hampton, which is just north of Norfolk, and I would love to see my hometown dogs get some homes with some donations. And yes, R30, we do have a happy host block. Crime was very smart when she put that together. Well, I hope we get those donations rolling in. And in fact, we have a donation bid war that we are currently working on right now. It's the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 class bid war. You can choose Zephyr, Incursor, or Ether Gunner. And we're sitting at $0 for all of those right now. So there's definitely an opportunity for a sneaky someone to get a dono in. That run is going to take place after Valkyria Chronicles, which is our next run, and Alexis Goes Moo is going to be our runner. Folks, I love Valkyria Chronicles so much, but I've never seen a speedrun of it, and I am so stoked to see it. I hear it's pretty darn cool. Alexis has world records in several categories, if I remember correctly. So this lady is extremely good at this game. You aren't going to want to miss a single second of it. Well, I do believe that we are ready. No, I take it back. We need to talk about a couple more donation incentives. Because I just can't stop talking about donation incentives. I love them so much. Oh, and by the way, we are at $25 on the language bid war for this game for Japanese and $20 for English. That's probably set in stone because we'll be starting the run pretty soon. But if somebody wants to snipe that for English real quick, you can do that. Also want to make everyone aware, if you are not aware, we have a Final Fantasy VIII rename bid war going as well. So many of you may know, in Final Fantasy, you can rename your characters. And there's 4 characters that we're looking to rename. We've got Squall, Renoa, Angelo, and Griever, who can be renamed, who are going to be renamed. And sorry, I was just enchanted by the mystical technical arts that are going into into this bid war. So Squall, we rename 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the run. Renoa and Angelo, we rename 1 hour and 30 minutes into the run. And Griever, we rename 5 hours and 30 minutes into the run. So there's going to be some timed releases here on each of these names. So far, we don't have any bids for those except for Griever, who has $20 for the name Good Dog so far. Now, Jiltify has been a little bit wonky and will not actually track individual names, so we have to do it manually. So if you donate for this incentive, please write the name in your donation message. You can use !name bid wars in chat to look at donated names. So I am looking forward to seeing those donations come through over the next few hours. Okay, team, we are going to take a quick break, real quick, because breaks are good. Have a stretch, pet your dog, your good dog. Do what you need to do in order to feel happy and safe in your body, and we will get started in just a minute or two.